Feel the pain. Volterra. No, it's Max and Dari and Jeff, me and Michael. And it started in 2002. No, well, I started doing music in 2002 and the band was probably properly formed in 2004 or 5. Weird, like we liked the sound of it, and then we found out it was a town in Italy, I think, and it's spelled with double R, and we found out that they didn't use any pesticides there. It was really green and lush, and we liked that, and when we typed into the internet to see if any other bands had that name, we found that there was a mathematician called Volterra, and he solved the three-body problem, which was weird because there were three of us at the time, which we thought was cool, and we just started writing songs, and one of the songs was called He-Man. And when I typed in Volterra, it came up Volterra and He-Man, which freaked me out, you know, but it was actually just an episode on a cartoon called He-Man. It was a Lady Volterra anyway, but it was all these little things lined up, so that's why we called Volterra. Well, we did the album as a concept album, and the lyrics followed that, so they sort of started off like birth and life and death, and I mean the birth of the end of the world is sort of a play on words because, you know, a lot of the problems that we're going through, you know, especially with the environment things, it all comes back to too many people and overpopulation, so birth being a representation of destruction in a way. And that sort of thing. The lyrics are often based around that, but we throw in some fun stuff as well and some stories and things, so it's not so political and not too boring. I guess we would say 90s sales and the Yeah and MIA and a whole bunch of old stuff, and I mean the other guys have different inputs completely to that. I mean we really don't try to sound like anything too much. We just like to sound like ourselves, but we have a lot of influences and things we like to listen to, and I love music, but it's hard to pinpoint it so much. It's industrial sort of and metal and that, but it's mixed with a lot of other stuff, which might piss some people off and some people might like that, but yeah, it's a mixture. It's definitely a mixture of genres. It doesn't sound like one thing in particular. It's a very hard question to answer. It's a little bit of metal, but not enough metal for metalheads to particularly like it, you know, and it's not. There's a little bit of pop in there as well, but it's probably, you know, and I've always actually thought that in a way, but I don't know, I think that that's a good thing. No, you have more and more, and even if you had everything, you want more than that, I think, I don't know. Just because we have a political edge, I think that's why. I think the more people, the better. It's not so much about how many fans, the smaller impact it would have. Even if people hated it, that would be better. Our political message is based on overpopulation, and our motto is save the earth and kill yourself. And we don't want that to be taken as advice as such, but it is designed to be shocking, and it is designed to get people's reactions up. It's designed to get to get them fired up so that they think about what is behind the statements, because otherwise, you know, you don't get any attention if you're not being shocking enough, especially these days. So, you know, and like I said before, because all the environmental problems can be traced back to people, too many people, and, you know, how do you stop too many people, you know, and the political things behind that, like debates about abortion and IVF and things like that will, you know, they fight. It's very, it's a political hot potato, but it has to be dealt with because that is the truth, and that is the truth of the problem, the heart of the problem, and we don't admit it because it is our own procreation that we challenge, and that is definitely something that, you know, you're going against one of the strongest human instincts in the world, you know, and why we can't reproduce our will and not fit in, you know, is beyond my understanding, but nonetheless, we really have to curb numbers. I don't know, it tastes nice. No, you have to, I don't want to say you have to buy it, because that's real cheap. I'd rather show the artwork, I suppose. I think it's amazing. We have an artist friend named Mike. It kind of sounds like that. In a way. But yeah, that's my taste. You can hear it on my face. 11:11, and it's instrumental for some of you that know. So it's nice actually, I like it. It's really, really long, goes to 11 minutes and 11 seconds, but it's like soundtrack. It's really, really cool. Anyway, we put a lot of effort into it. I'm kind of at one. 11:11. Well, it's a time thing, and some of you might have not have heard of this, but if you ever look at the clock and it's 11:11 and you see it a lot, it's meant to be an awakening thing. It's meant to be a gate. You know, it's meant to raise your consciousness. It's meant to be something that is programmed into our consciousness. So it's interesting if you ever notice, if you ever, yeah. Some things are better and some things are worse. I mean, bands that would not normally get noticed are bands that, you know, never have a chance of being heard, can just jump on the net and put songs on, and people, you know, might listen to them and they might not, but at least they have that opportunity where before they didn't. And then again, like Andy Warhol said, I think everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. 15 minutes of fame. I think that's happening as well. I mean, instead of having, I don't know, fame discovered in a way it's pushed on people, and with a lot of talent shows and things, I don't know, it's kind of becoming contrived. Fame itself is becoming something that's just so contrived, something wanted for the sake of itself, and it's really defeating the purpose of why people become famous, is because they have something special or they're doing something interesting. I think that bands who just want to be famous, which is not our aim, but that's what most bands want to do, and they want to have their music heard, you know, by everybody, and they want to have that thing, you know, I don't know whether it'll happen for everybody, and it's never going to, but that lure and that, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if everybody is famous for 15 minutes, then I don't think anyone who's worthy of being famous for longer than that will get the chance to do that either. You definitely cannot change the world with art, but you can shape it with it, and the world is shaped by art, and it's like a feedback system where it reflects what is going on, and then, you know, is inspired by what it sees, and then inspires the people that view it. It's like a cycle, and you can chip away at things, and you can chip away at ideals with music and things like, for example, you know, homosexuality, and how music chipped away at that and made it more acceptable. I mean, certain things will be slowly shaped, but by not just music, by all art, and I think, you know, you can't change the world with it, but you can chip away, and that can be satisfying, more satisfying perhaps than sitting around it. Well, we recently took it down, but it's all because it's all on our website, but it's just all out. We have a mission statement on there about what we're about in great detail politically and that sort of thing. I mean, I've already talked about it before. It's